My name is Liz Hathway and this is my astrological look at this coming week starting Monday 15th of April 2019. So again, it's one of these sort of weeks where, you know, a lot of aspects are being formed and we have two planets changing sign. Let's just do that first. On Wednesday, we have Mercury, for example, moving out of Pisces. Pisces, you know, traditionally Pisces is a water sign. It's sort of, you know, it was like William Lilly would refer to it as a sort of a dumb sign. The water signs, you know, are not the most talkative of signs. So, you know, and Mercury as well is said to be in its detriment. You know, it's not the best position for Mercury. It's not a very ordered, organized sign, is it really, Pisces? But it, you know, it's sort of is a sign that's sensitive, intuitive, psychic, feels things. You know, it's a kind of, it's not like a rational sign in the way that Mercury in Virgo is, for example. But anyway, we leave that now behind us. On Wednesday, Mercury moves into, you know, the sign of he who takes the initiative, he who dares, you know, bold at heart, go for it, you know, sort of Aries. So Mercury moving into Aries. So what could we say? Strong language. You know, there's a lot of oomph behind Mercury suddenly with this, certainly on the first day or so when it's on the Aries point as well. So this is big talk, you know, this is fiery talk, and Sun is still in Aries too. So, you know, there's a lot of hot air, you could almost say, in a way as well. Strong language, fighting talk, you know, because Mercury and Mars now enter into a very strong mutual reception. They're in each other's signs. Mars is in Gemini at the moment, Mercury in Aries. So, you know, I'm going to say something and hey, Mars is going to defend me. Mars is going to back me up. There's backup to what I'm saying. So this is, yeah, this is kind of a strong shift suddenly here in terms of cooperation, working together, backing each other up, you know, saying things and daring to say things, daring to put things out there. So this is a big shift from that sort of, shall we say, softer, reflective, intuitive Pisces energy. We're coming into this much bolder energy when Mercury and Mars move into that reception from Wednesday. And then when we get to Saturday, we see the Sun moving into Taurus and Venus moving into Aries. That's an interesting shift as well. I mean, as the Sun moves into Taurus, where it's, shall we say, very concerned with money, with the practicalities of things. Taurus is very, it's kind of quite a placid sign in many ways. It likes to have, you know, it likes creature comforts, you know. I mean, a bull in a field with plenty of sweet grass, you know, it's going to be quite happy there, thank you very much. And if there are a few cows around, perfect, you know. So as long as the basic creature comforts are taken care of, you know, Taurus is quite, you know, quite a laid back, quite, you know, sort of relaxed sign, hard working, you know, it'll put in the hours because it wants to have the money to buy the things, to, you know, to enjoy life. It's a sign that wants to enjoy life in essence. But on that same day, its ruler Venus goes into Aries, and this is, you know, this signifies always to me, you know, a woman who, you know, who raises her fist, who dares to, you know, challenge, who dares to take on authority, who's, you know, willing to rise up and to say, you know, follow me, Joan of Arc, you know, this kind of, you know, it's that kind of energy. It's kind of very forceful. Not sure Joan of Arc has actually got Venus in Aries, but she might well have, because it's that kind of energy. It's a very, you know, breaking the stereotype. It's a female who will wear the pants, you know, who will be dominant, who will take a lead in things. So we've got this week now, we've got, you know, Mercury and Venus coming together in Aries, you know, so thoughts about love could be heated as well, could be passionate. It's a very passionate sign, Aries, you know, so a passionate correspondence, or words that are, you know, kind of, as I say earlier with Mars now in Gemini, heated in a way, heated up. So this is quite some shifts going on here. and yeah, turning back the clock a little bit, you know, so before we have this shift of the sun into Taurus and Venus into Aries on Saturday, that comes on the day, you know, the day following the full moon. And that's an interesting full moon, really. It's almost like last call, you know what I mean? Moon is in 29 plus Libra. So maybe, you know, you feel almost like last call for, you know, sort of a dialogue or a peaceful resolution, or for, you know, friendly relations in a way, because Libra's very much about, you know, can we come together somehow? Can we find a solution to this? Can we, you know, can we kind of find a compromise? You know, Libra, you know, is a sign of the diplomat. It wants to keep the relationship together. It wants to hold it in, you know, it wants to keep it safe in a way and try to maintain the balance. But we see straight away, you know, that the moon is then going into, you know, leaves Libra, goes into Scorpio, sun moves into Taurus, where they're both fixed. So these are positions that are more entrenched in a way, and less, you know, less searching for compromise and searching for things are becoming more fixed when sun moves into Taurus and, you know, the moon moves into Scorpio, you know. So it's kind of an interesting week. Coming right back to today, we have today, Venus is still, you know, Venus is still hanging out in Pisces for a few more days. We see today Venus is sextile Pluto, which is an interesting day for business. It's an interesting day for promoting yourself. It's an interesting day as well for PR of any kind. You know, Pluto is always about sort of hidden depths and the treasure within, and, you know, the kind of gain, the plus. And Venus is very comfortable in Pisces. You know, she has a lot to offer as well. So there's a nice combination of energy between Venus and Pluto on Monday, much less so on Tuesday, when, you know, the last major aspect Venus makes is that square to Jupiter. So that, yeah, there's a kind of a Pisces, Sag, and Jupiter retrograde now. So some of the themes there are, you know, longing, yearning. It's great for anything artistic. That's a good outlet for it, actually, because otherwise, you know, Venus square Jupiter can become self-indulgent. You know, it's allowing yourself to go into a sort of boundless longing or boundless thoughts of love, you know, and kind of, yeah, it's sort of, there's a sort of that sense of self-indulgence is there. But yeah, as a whole, as a week, some real shifts going on here, certainly towards the second half, starting with Mercury's move into Aries on Wednesday, and then Saturday, sun into Taurus, Venus into Aries. So a good time in a sense for putting yourself out there with gusto, with, you know, she who dares, shall we say, you know, acting up, playing out. But also there is also with Taurus, you know, also the shoulder, you know, putting it under there and getting down to some real serious work. Okay, thank you for listening. Have a great week. Bye.